Okay, hi my subscribers. If you guys are my subscribers and have been following, y'all know that I got approved at the Achieve the Dream event along with hundreds of other home buyers. So now that this is the approval stage, it gets harder, and since I'm going through it, I am gonna give you guys my time. I'm gonna try to upload one video per week, probably more, but one video per week. Now when my videos are to help you guys, to give you the information to be as successful and as prepared as you guys possibly can. Now I have a full-time job. I'm a field engineer and I'm very busy. I don't have the time to research and do it for you. I'm giving you the information, so you have to take on the research yourselves. I will help people every now and here and there, but I won't actually go in and Google stuff and research it and give it to you. So with that being said, let me move on. Okay, I'm out of the intake, so now I'm in the house search stage. I want to tell you guys some important stuff. The realtor that you guys choose does not have to be a naca realtor. However, if you guys find a realtor that you like and they're not a naca realtor, they need to go on the naca website, under vendors, they need to register, and they need to take a webinar. That's all it takes. Now, for those of you who thinks that a naca realtor is better, not necessarily. A naca realtor knows the naca process, and the difference is conventional lending. They go by what your purchase amount, what you're approved by, the total number. What naca does is they go by your PITI, your principal, interest, and tax. That's what they go by. So you cannot go above your PITI. If you go above it, you have to show proof to your naca mortgage originator that you could afford a higher PITI. Okay, so you don't have to take a naca realtor. You could use a realtor that is not a naca realtor that knows what they're doing. Not everybody's created equal. We have realtors and then we have realtors. We have the ones that know what they're doing and we have the ones that don't know what they're doing. So go with a realtor that you feel comfortable with. If you signed a contract with a realtor and they're showing you crappy houses, they're not returning your calls, they're just bullshitting, fire them. Get another one. It's your right. You don't have to stick with anybody who's making you feel uncomfortable. You'll know the feeling, so just fire them. Not because you sign a contract, you have the right to fire them. You need to remember, a realtor works for you, okay? It's in their best interest to find you the best house, to make you happy. So that's what a realtor should do. They should educate you about the process. Not all of them do. Not about the process, about the home buying process, because that's what they do. Guys, do not go out and get a part-time realtor. You can if that realtor is knowledgeable, knows what they're doing, and do it part-time. Now you need a realtor that's dedicated to you. So A part-time realtor, not so much. They have a full-time job and they are juggling between each other. Not to say that part-time realtors aren't good. There are realtors out there that are part-time that are excellent, but try to go with a full-time realtor. Second thing, or other point, you do not have to rely on the listings that the realtor sends you. Do your own research. Remember, the realtor works for you. So if you go on Zillow, William Rivers, which is excellent, realtor, any website, you drive by a house and you see it, anything, you give the realtor the address, they have to show you the property. Remember, they work for you. You don't work for them. They work for you. They're charging 2.5% in commission. So they work for you, and it's in their best interest to get you the property you want. Now, you guys should go online and research properties. If you like the pictures, if you like the neighborhood, send it to the realtor. Say, hey, I want to see this. I want you to schedule for me to see this. Go and see it. If you have time, go to open houses. Realtors are going to send you their listings, but you're not limited to what they have. Any property you find, the realtor is obligated to show it to you. Not properties in a different state now. Not properties not properties in a different state. Properties in the same state. The realtor will tell you, well, that's too far from me or whatever. But do not rely on a realtor to give you their listings. You could look at the listings yourself and have the realtor show them to you. Okay. What else was I gonna say? No, because NACA exclusively qualifies you on a PITI, you have to be under that PITI, or if you want to go over it, you have to demonstrate that you could handle it. Now I'm gonna put out a video that shows you exactly how to calculate the PITI. So whenever you guys are house shopping, you guys are gonna take the number, put it into the calculator, the interest rate that you got or the one you want to buy it down to. You're gonna take the taxes and you're gonna estimate the insurance. You're gonna put that all in the computer and it's gonna tell you your PITI. So every time you see a house, that is the process. Don't look at the purchase price and say, oh, I could have. NACA doesn't do purchase price. They do PITI. So you could see a good purchase price and it's under your budget, because NACA said you could qualify for $200,000 and you see a house for $270,000. So you're like, whoa, that's under my budget. I could buy that. There's other factors, the taxes and the insurance, HOA dues, if you guys are gonna pay that. So you have to plug those in, and by the time you plug those in, you're over your PITI. So you have to look at your PITI. So I am going to make a video showing you guys how to calculate your PITI. So you're always going to be within the affordable range that NACA gave you. Now, for those of you who could definitely demonstrate that you could afford a higher PITI, just save up the money and get requalified for the higher PITI. But NACA, the purchase price, don't get bogged down by the purchase price. Don't say naca give you 200,000. Again, I'm gonna say naca gives you 200 grand. You see a house for 170K, and you're like, I could buy that. It's below 200 grand. But please remember, naca qualifies you based on the PITI, not the loan amount, because you have tax, insurance, HOAs, and flood insurance that you have to factor in. So by the time you factor in those things, your PITI might be too high. So I think that's important. And guys, look at the video that I'm gonna show you guys on to calculate your PITI. I cannot stress it enough how important it is for you to stay within your PITI. For those of you who know you can't afford to show them that you could afford more, you need to stay within your PITI. And for those of you who could show them that you could afford more, now you need to plug those scenarios in for your PITI, because your PITI will go up based on the amount of money you want to buy down, the grants you get, the gift money you get. So just, that's a word of caution. I'm going to show you, and that is how you guys should proceed. Now it's kind of late to say this video is going to be long, but I just want to get all the stuff off my chest. Okay, so the next thing I was going to talk about was I don't even remember now. I'll remember it. If I remember it, I'll make a video about it. So, not to worry. If I remember it. Oh, yeah, this. Now that you got approved, right? That's not the end of the road. Now is the time to work even harder. I would suggest reading this book in its entirety. Read it. Cover to cover. Go through the book and highlight stuff. This book is gonna be your saving grace. Read it. Read it. Understand what you're doing. You need to understand what you're doing. Read the book. Because in order for your closing to be as smooth and successful, you play a major role in the success of your closing. If you do everything you need to do, you might be successful, you might not. It depends on your mortgage originator. But do everything you could do in order to be successful. Now that you got approved, don't sit there. It gets harder, guys. It gets harder. Reach out to member service and ask them who your mortgage originator is. Ask for your mortgage originator's email. Most of you, it's on your approval, in your approval packet. What you need to do is, for those of you who got qualified at the Achieve the Dream event, they waived the requirement to give your income verification, but that is going to be needed. So be proactive. Email the mortgage counselor, introduce yourself, tell him that you would like to get the verification of employment. For those of you who the verification of employment needs to be filled out by an HR person, you would have to go to the local office, sign the paper, and the mortgage originator takes it, scans it into your file, and emails it to the person who's gonna be doing your verification. For those of you who could get the verification online, you need to send detailed instructions to your mortgage originator on how they could access that information. That information is needed. You don't have to wait. You could do that right now. So start working on it. Again, another thing is you could call up home inspectors right now and start telling them typically what do they charge for the house that you're buying. They will tell you what they're typically charging for the house that you're buying. It doesn't have to be a naca home inspector, but as long as they're willing to register as a vendor and use naca's software, naca will accept them. Not all will do it, but some will. Because I called one yesterday. After I sent him what naca requires, he's like, no, I can't do it. Okay, move on to the next one. So, or get lists from naca, but at the same time you still need to call and find out what their prices are. So be proactive, read the book, start doing your homework, start getting an idea, about home inspector and your employment verification. You have to get those two things. So please guys, just start doing that. And you don't have to use a naca realtor, but a naca realtor needs to be registered with naca and do a webinar, and they need to understand that it's not your qualified amount, it's not your budget, it's your PITI. And you need to explain to them what they know what PITI is. But when I show you guys the calculator, you need to explain to them how to use it. Or every house they send you, or every MLS that you see that you like, you need to plug that data into the computer to make sure. Don't go looking at houses you can't afford. You're gonna have a problem, because naca won't give you more than you can afford. naca is not conventional banks now. They will not give you more than you can afford. So this is gonna show you if you could afford it. Very close estimate. The only thing I don't know for sure is the insurance, but everything else, it's there on the MLS. That's the only thing I don't know for sure. And for those of you who are buying a multi-family, naca takes 75% of the rent and apply it towards your income. So there you go. For those of you who want a higher amount, go to family, go multi-family. But if you go multi-family, remember, you need to take a HUD approved landlord's class. Look that up, Google that. You need to go there. naca will not give you a multi-family loan if you don't have that certificate. So if you don't have it, just forget it. You won't get the multi-family loan. So do those things. And now I'm in the housing stage, house search stage, looking for my house closing. My videos are gonna only be geared towards that. So as I'm going through it, guys, I don't know everything. I am not a mortgage counselor via naca. I just do a lot of research, and I just try to be as informed as I can. And so I'm gonna make mistakes. So whatever, I'm gonna share with you guys, whatever it is. So again, do your own house search on the internet. You could see the same things that the realtors see. Now the realtors sometimes could see auction houses and foreclosures that you can't see, but for the most part you could see everything that they could see. If you don't feel your realtor, fire your realtor and get a new one. You do not have to stay with that realtor. Okay? And don't let your realtor tell you this. As long as you do your PITI and you can afford it, don't be naive. So go for it, and I'm gonna try to upload a video every day. I'm obsessed over this book. Read it, highlight it, do your homework, and you should be successful. For now, have a good afternoon and a happy 4th of July. Hope you guys have fun. For now, goodbye.